Hello and welcome to Dawn News English. I'm Nadia Naqi with 20 minutes. These 20 minutes are going to be really, really important to actually analyze how the long march could be, which is starting from Friday, the much awaited long march that Imran Khan had been announcing while rallying in the public. Since his ouster, he had been saying that he's going to take this to a logical end. Is this really going to be a logical end is what we're going to discuss with Mohsin Baig Saab, a senior analyst and journalist of Pakistan. Thank you so much for joining us. Mohsin Saab, how do you first feel the timing of the announcement? Do you think this was the right time? We know that Arshad Sharif's assassination has really stirred up not only the civil society, the journalist community, the politicians. Everybody is really shell-shocked what has happened. And a lot of conspiracy theories are taking place. At such a time, the announcement of a long march by Imran Khan, the former Prime Minister and PTI's chairman. How do you rate this timing?
Thank you very much, Nadia. Basically, he was saying from last month or so for the long march. I think he was not giving the date. He was looking for some kind of backdoor deal or with someone, I don't know, maybe from an establishment or the government. But Arshad Sharif's death and the timing, I think he selected the timing that maybe the emotions are high because it's a very tragic incident happened and whole media is, in a sad mood and, plus they are feeling angry towards, I don't know, establishment or somebody else because I don't think there was any conspiracy in that incident happened now. But Hansa thought, I think, opportunity for this time to do the long march. But he says conclusion, whatever he says, logical conclusion, I don't think so is going to happen. And because, you bring the long march, I don't know what demands you're going to put to the government because so far we heard his demand is a fresh election. And
an early one, an immediate one. But Mohsin Baig Saab, let's start from here. He has been saying it on record that, there have been negotiations. And the last time he spoke about it, he had said that, there's not something solid happening that he could actually, say it. And, the last time I heard him, not today, but the last time that I heard him on this aspect, he seemed to be disappointed that, nothing is coming out of those negotiations, is that what he had said. So do you really think that those negotiations have fallen apart, the doors are closed for such negotiations?
Yes, it's it's done deal, and he lost the opportunity, and whatever he is saying to the negotiators, it's not acceptable because he lost the chance. He has the chance when he was in the power. He could announce the fresh election before his vote of no confidence.
Right.
And now, I think thinking, Imran Khan's mind that he will forcefully agree with the government or the establishment that they accept his demands. I think it's not going to happen because new army chiefs will be announced in a few weeks. And that's the only thing he wants before that announcement. He wants to put pressure on the government and the establishment because he thinks if the new army chief, which not his choice,
right,
it's a government and the establishment. So he lost the timing, he lost the deal, he lost the opportunity.
So
now,
basically, what we know of such negotiations through sources is that his two demands, which he mentioned in public also, is A, early election, B, the appointment of the new army chief should be done by the next government in place after the general elections. Are there any further demands that he has made and you know of and I don't know about them?
Not really. The whole thing, this episode starts from last November till this November. It was an army chief appointment, and he wants to put his choice front of everyone, which is not acceptable because I think that this government is very much on a positive track that they will appoint a new army chief. And his demand was not logical. I mean, how come you demand that new government? Which new government? This government is come in power with the very much democratic system and the law of the land. They kick him out, and they, all these coalition partners, they brought the new government, and they are very much, very much there almost to announce the new army chief.
Although you had been close to Imran Khan, but then you, of course, had your differences. We all know about it. But you must be knowing about his personality more than we do. So do you really think that he just wants to become the prime minister? Can he not survive as leader of the opposition? I mean, he could have done whatever he's doing, and he's doing it very good. I mean, just look at the kind of public rallies that he's been putting up. The shows are like huge, crowds turning in numbers. And who knows that, even in his long march, it might be a mighty long march.
First of all, Nadia, yes, I know him. He was, from the beginning, he was dying to do everything, and he was dodging everyone. He was faking to everyone to become a prime minister. And when he became the prime minister, everybody knew his reality and his personality and his capabilities. He was a disaster when he was in the government, according to, a lot of people, and a lot of analysis happened that governance side, he was very poor in governance. He was very poor to deliver anything which he promised earlier before he became the prime minister. So his desire is, even I was talking to someone else yesterday that he did, because of his wife was a very religious person, she shows, and he went to shrines and bowed down to the graves and everything. So he, from the beginning, he was doing everything to become a prime minister. Now, when he's out, he should be in the parliament as a opposition leader, and he should play his roles. And what democracy demands is, if sometimes you're in a power or sometimes you're in opposition, but you cannot force this way to become a prime minister. You bring huge rallies, you bring a long march, you bring 1,000 people, doesn't make any difference. You're gonna be in a process through election, through democracy, you will again, maybe you win again. But this way you bring the long march and force everyone, and you think you're gonna go to the prime minister and sit down and announce an announcement that you're a prime minister. No, you have to
it has to be done democratically. But Mohsin Baig, we've seen previously when long marches take place, especially that of TLP, there are clashes, and there were clashes by the TLP and Punjab police. What if some kind of clashes happen? There's destabilization. And when that happens, we've seen establishment then coming back to the negotiating table, because nobody wants instability in Pakistan. Nobody wants there should be bloodshed or violence on roads. So is that the kind of pressure that Imran Khan intends to put?
You see, that what I believe, that was my difference with Imran Khan, because as minute he became the prime minister, he turned around and whatever he was doing and policies he was making, mostly they were against the country. And now it is the same path. He don't want the stability in the country. He is, after he was out of the prime minister house, you can see that he is running around and making statements such against the establishment and against the government in a way that international community will not trust the government and not trust the country. And we have a very bad situation in economy-wise, and our economy is very fragile this time. And this present government is going around and asking internationally to invest and to help around the economy. The prime minister
made a very serious allegation saying that while he was the prime minister and you were close to him, the reason why you turned around was because he was taking decisions that were against the country.
That's what I'm telling you. You can watch how he destroyed the economy. When he became the prime minister, economy was 5.8, the growth rate, and he brought the growth rate minus 1.5. And he, almost stopped the CPEC project, which prime minister is going next week to the Chinese. And the Chinese are very important to Pakistan and the government, and they're supporting and they are bringing the economy on a stable position. But Imran Khan don't want that. And whoever agenda he's fulfilling, that's destabilization of the country. And that's where he is very much making the efforts. Otherwise, why? You should wait another 10 months. The election will happen on the time. And if you think you're so popular and you have all the support of your voters, why you cannot wait 10 months? Let the country survive economy-wise. And, he brought the economy and the country almost on default.
All right.
And a very fragile economy this time. And he wants to bring the Long March. For what? What agenda and what he will achieve when he comes to Islamabad? I mean, he straight away go to the PM house and sit down? No. He just want to make and show the public and the world that he will, destabilize the country, and he is doing it.
But don't you think, Mohsin Saab, that the fragile economy, and the inflation, the crackdown on the media, as well as Arshad Sharif's death, the untimely death, all of this makes public on Imran Khan's side? I mean, the tide is towards him and against the PTM government right now.
But you tell me, Nadia, what has to do Arshad Sharif's death or incident with the government? Nothing.
Why was he forced to leave the country? That's the basic question. We all know that there were so many cases filed against him, right? And he had been running from court. Same happened to Imran Khan. I mean, we do disagree with a lot of journalists, right? You may disagree with me, I may disagree with you, but that does not boil down to the fact that you're going to make cases against me. I mean, then what's the difference between Imran Khan's tenure and this government's tenure?
Yes, you're right, Nadia. He registered 6 cases in one day against me. I was arrested. I was beaten up in a police station by his government people. And I did not run away. I faced the cases. I'm still facing it. I don't know the situation, what happened to Arshad Sharif, but a lot of people run away, which I think is not the right way. You were more safer sitting in Islamabad or sitting in Lahore or sitting in any part of Pakistan. I don't know the circumstances. I don't want to comment much, but it's a tragic incident. But people are giving, like a conspiracy twist that, this happened, that happened, why he left Dubai.
That will come out because that post-mortem happened in Pakistan, and there is a commission that is being set up. At the same time, there's a team that will be sent to Kenya very soon. So yes, we will find out, and we hope that we find out, because no matter how much you disagree with a journalist, this is not the fate for any journalist, whether it's you, whether it's Arshad Sharif, whether it's anybody.
Nadia, it's very sad. I know. When I find out, I was in London. I'm still in London, and I right away I tweet. It's a very tragic incident, no doubt.
Absolutely.
But the problem is, a lot of people making these stories. But I'm telling you, this is my hunch. He would be better off staying and facing the cases, whatever FIR, because, in my case, they registered FIRs in Karachi, Lahore, and everywhere.
I know. But Imran Khan, in one of his speeches, said that Arshad Sharif had life threats and he had advised him to leave the country immediately. You must have heard that.
Yes, but Nadia, how many times I receive threat calls, but right. You always face it, and problems when it comes, it's better you face it.
Okay, Imran, so because you're in London now, this is very important. When you say you're in London, have you met Nawaz Sharif?
Yes, I met.
So is he coming to Pakistan?
That's his decision. I did not ask him this question, but I think his medical situation, whatever, I did not ask him. I asked Mariam, when you coming back? But she says, I'm staying here for a while. And she has some medical issues. And she says, soon I'll be done with the medical treatment and I'll come back.
Are they waiting for some kind of level playing field?
You see, that everything happen in the country right now is the new chief appointment. Nothing else. Everybody's waiting that. If thing happens in, I think, week or two, then situation will be totally different. And different, especially for Imran Khan.
Right. So is it just the health issue that is keeping Nawaz Sharif back, or November is the issue? Once November cross, everything falls in place. What is going to be PMLN's new direction? What is going to be PTI's direction? People's Party, and of course the rest of the system, I'd say.
Right now, some people advising Imran Khan, they were run for the army chief. They are disappointed because situation is not in their favor. And they are pushing Imran Khan to do something before this appointment and destabilize the country and make situation worse than, maybe the establishment says, okay, enough, let me jump in. That's what they want. And his handler and his advisor, they are pushing him. And I'm telling you, yes, once
he still has a handler. Mohsin Saab, he still has a handler and a coach and an advisor.
Very much there, because as Mehnat, the new army chief appointed, and Imran Khan's politics and the handler's future is gone. Because I know Imran cannot survive without the handlers and without their... And, he was saying himself that they were running the show and I was nothing. So why you need a power? Because you were almost 4 years in this office and you did nothing for the country.
Right. So because I just have 2 minutes remaining, there's a question that comes to everyone's mind. How come the handler has not been taken to task?
Yes, it's a very valid question because, once you are in a uniform and you're doing a politics and intrigues and all these conspiracies and meeting people, politicians, this is not your domain. You're not anymore in intelligence agencies. You are a regular soldier. And it's, in the previous history, Musharraf, one corps commander was Quetta Corps commander. That was rumored that he met the Prime Minister at that time, Nawaz Sharif. Musharraf kicked him out in a single day. So here, this guy is meeting everyone. It's all over the news. He's calling everyone in favor of Imran Khan, which is not good for the institution. And this is not good for the uniform. If you want to play a politics, so shut off the uniform, come in a politics. Nobody will ask you a question. So far, for them, it's a do and die moment, which happens in a week or two, inshallah. And Pakistan will be stable soon.
And nothing is going to come out of this long march, you mean to say?
Nothing. Let him come. He will enjoy. People will enjoy. Country will suffer. The country remains in...
and there's no harm to the system as such, right?
No, of course not.
Thank you so much, Mohsin Baig sir. I know that you know more than what you said, that you never asked Nawaz Sharif when he's going to return. But we will keep an eye on that one and we'll try and get hold of you once more. Thank you so much for participating on 20 Minutes. That's all for now. Take care. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.